Hi sunshines, welcome back to my channel. I am out on a walk today. This is a route that I quite frequently take from my house. It's on a park connector, so it's a pretty nice and chill walk lined with lots of trees and right next to the canal. It just feels really relaxing, and there's always lots of people that are on this walk as well. I wanted to take you guys along with me, have a heart-to-heart with y'all, because I feel like I haven't been able to sit down, fill you in, just me and my words for quite a while. This one felt important to me because it's also one of the last times that I'm going to be walking this very route. I know that there's been so many lasts on my channel recently. I think it's just honestly because there has been quite a lot of changes in my life in this year alone, whether that was moving house or graduating. You know, with graduating, it's the last of a lot of things, last of school, being a student. The reason why this is going to be one of my last walks over here is because I am moving house again. If you watched my other vlog, you would know that I moved out of my long-time childhood home from the west to more of a central area. Singapore is not that big, so really there's only so far you can move, but it was a big change for me because I stayed in that home for a really long time. Now I am moving once again. This time I'm going all the way to the east, which is a pretty big difference for Singaporeans. I feel that is where I will be staying semi-permanently for the next 2 years or so. With moving, I feel like there are so many emotions that get uncovered, and there's a lot that I have to process every time. Even now, only having stayed in this area for like a few months, I have some attachment to it. It's that feeling of letting go of what I have been getting to know and getting to love, and trying to prepare myself for what is really, really new. That one thing that makes me sad about moving is that I'm saying goodbye to this really, really nice walking route. I think everyone knows how good it is to be in nature, being able to take yourself out, just outdoors anywhere outside of this box and this compartment that we fit ourselves into, whether that was for school or for work. Being indoors is something that as humans we've built ourselves literally into just by the way society works. Being able to lift yourself out of that is really important, but I have never done it so much up until now when I'm staying in this place, because it's so easy to get out of my house and just go downstairs. Whenever I get out and I see the sunlight going through the leaves and feel the wind on my skin, just walk, and sometimes I'm listening to music, sometimes I'm not. Being plugged into my own thoughts and my own emotions, it's almost as if I'm processing them while I'm walking, or if not actively thinking about it, at least I am letting them run through me and over me, kind of just watching them fade away. I feel like that has been so helpful and healthy to my mind and my body. I have been wanting for so long to slow down, really treasure having a period where I'm not bound to anything or have any responsibility, and I think this is one of those rare few times in life where you can have something like that. I'm someone who gets really caught up in whatever I have to do in the moment. Even now, in this supposed break that I have been simply filling my life up with so many things, and it can get really distracting. But being able to go on walks like this whenever they happen, which has been more frequently, has helped me to pause and take stock, feel even more alive than when I am doing other things that I deem more important in life, if that makes sense. My commitment to filming this video is really sitting next to a bunch of trash. Another life update that I wanted to also fill you guys in on is that I found a job. It's not a surprise that I have been job hunting in this whole period as well. For a lot of people, of course, there comes with a lot of soul searching, unless the path is very clear cut to you, which it definitely hasn't been for me. I feel like I have hit so many roadblocks that came from kind of every step of the process. Realizing that I felt directionless with my career, I think that was one of the main things that I had to deal with because it felt so foreign to me, and I had never realized it up until that moment, that I did feel aimless with where I was going. Wasn't really passionate about any one thing in my course that I felt I wanted to pursue. Part of dealing with that was fully leaning into this realization and being okay with it on my own. I can be a multifaceted person in that, I have like a lot of hobbies. I love to read, I love to write, I love creating. I love my sports too. I've recently gotten into bouldering a little bit, which I swore I would never do, but look where I am today. I love spinning, I love going on my walks, I love doing ASMR. And I can be all of these things and also still feel a bit less clear with my actual career. Maybe that's just all part and parcel of being human, because we are so dynamic and there are really so many possibilities that you could explore. It's limiting, as I just said, to box yourself into be one specific person and do one specific job for the rest of your life and never explore anything else ever. That being said, I am really, really thankful that I have found a job that I will be starting in about a month's time. One lesson that I've learned in this time is to let your life take its path. It has been a lot about letting go of control. Like, I need to be in control of all things in every aspect, and that I can leave it to the maker and creator. So in a way, it has also strengthened and helped with my journey of faith, which also grows and strengthens me as a person. And even if you don't ascribe to a particular belief or faith, you can still achieve a certain level of peace by being able to let go the need for control all of the time, because it's really just life. You can't micromanage every single aspect of it. It is so freeing to walk away from things that you needed to wrangle to make things go your way every step of the way. And I relate so much to that because I'm someone that likes to plan a lot. I can schedule everything that I can possibly schedule. I love to make lists. I love to know where I'm eating, what I'm doing every day. And this whole period of not knowing who I'm gonna be, what I'm gonna do, even in this time, I can let go. I can leave it to the God that I believe in, or whatever universal forces that you believe in. I also wanted to talk about YouTube. Well, I'm at it. We're at 1,000 subscribers. I just never really touched on it because I honestly didn't know how I wanted to celebrate it. Now, I just wanted to acknowledge it on video so that we can look back on it someday and be like, this is when, this year, this time. In fact, I hit it in April. I remember that because it was near my birthday, so it did feel very fitting. With numbers these days, it's so easy to get caught up in it, and 1,000 in the scheme of the social media sphere with TikTok and YouTube and IG influencers having so many. I'm guilty of looking back on it myself and being like, that's nothing. That's just a drop in the water. And that is still true, but objectively, 1,000 people is an insane amount of people to envision in my head that actually clicked subscribe. You know what? That's enough for me. It really is. To have our little space, which is probably mostly my friends. I know who you guys are. It's so cute, and I love it a lot. That's not to say that reaching this stage didn't come with its own struggles and I guess some of my toxic thoughts, because if I were being honest, I have compared myself a lot to people In this whole journey of starting to create content and post it online, I don't think that I have had a journey that is, I'm not sure if I would say it's typical or not, because honestly, I mean, every YouTuber's journey is very, very different. But I don't think that I have had growth the way that other YouTubers I've seen had. I have never really experienced what it's like to have a viral video or have my followers or subscribers grow really fast in a short amount of time, which can happen to people, but it's just never been my case. If anything, what I have is just like a really slow incline. That is all I have ever known. I've gotten used to it, but I have had moments where I've questioned myself so much about why I keep doing it, why do I keep making videos that sometimes people barely watch, and lots of self-beating up and being like, ugh, your content sucks, you don't deserve to have a platform, that's why people aren't coming to your videos. Yeah, I'm sure anyone who creates will have this kind of thinking, especially when your content is going through flop eras. It can really feel very awful, especially when you have to be your own cheerleader, but you're just not feeling it because the numbers aren't reflecting that. That's another thing that has been a self-discovery process of learning not to lean on material reflections and material judgment values of what is good or not. I'm sitting on the edge because there are literally so many ants on this bench. I think I'm getting a few ants in my underwear when I get back. Now my goal is to just be kind to myself. As long as I am doing things that put myself out there and put myself online for really anyone to come and have a look-see. Remembering that my main purpose in any case is to create authentic, intimate, and meaningful spaces online, because that is where I have found my voice when I felt like I didn't have one. It first started for me when I blogged when I was younger, because I've always been really shy. I've gotten better over the years. I'm not as shy anymore, but I really was before. Writing was the only medium in which I felt I could express who I really was and live my truth. So I'm really glad that that has evolved to become a mixture of video and words for me today, knowing that what I have created and what I work towards is something that is meaningful and it has purpose, that is not in any way defined by the numbers of it all, but it's what you make out of it, you and me, and that is the most important. That's it for today's video. Tried to cover everything that I planned to cover, but it felt more like a verbal diarrhea than anything, so I probably missed out something, but it's okay. I'm going with the flow today. I hope I was able to connect with you in some way today. I feel so much more alive after coming on this walk and talking to y'all, and I'm about to go and finish the rest of it now that I've been pausing and filming for what feels like an hour. See you very soon. Bye.